welcome back to another episode of Bob Vapes. How you all doing? Sorry I haven't uploaded a video for, well, I think it's about a week and a half now. Just had like shop life, family life things going on. And also I've just recently come back from Expo, which is the sort of, reason for this video. We're going to talk about Expo and everything Expo, what I think of it, and my sort of take on it and my experience. Went on the Friday and the Saturday. I had a VIP ticket, because I am extremely important, obviously. We were planning on staying over at the Ibis for the Friday night, getting up, having a nice sort of leisurely look around on the Saturday again, and like meeting up with a few people, and then driving home sort of late afternoon on the Saturday. Friday we got there, I think it was about an hour after sort of the gates opened for VIP. We walked in and was just greeted by this huge hall. I mean, it was massive. I've just recently been to Jam, which was pretty big itself, but this one was, it was like double the size, I'd imagine, of Jam, just in terms of sheer hall size as well. And it was a lot busier on the B2B. Maybe because if you had a VIP ticket, it would entitle you to all 3 days. So there must have been quite a few VIP ticket holders that went, and that went on the Friday. And then obviously you got the B2Bers, you got all the exhibitors, and people like that. And I guess people paying on the door as well. I'd imagine they were sort of letting most people in. That's the one thing I did notice almost straight away was, there was quite a few people on that Friday. The layout was very good as well, what I noticed. I haven't been to an expo for a couple of years, but this one, definitely the layout was a lot clearer. It was, there was a massive gap between each vendor, so you had a lot of space to walk down, a lot of space for the ladies to come up to you and be like, oh, have you tried this, have you tried this? I was telling Jake, because I went with Jake from Brews Bros, I said next time I go, I think I'm going to have a t-shirt saying nah, I'm alright, thanks. And just as I'm walking through, just be like, because I know what they're doing. I know they're trying to promote. You're paying for a stand. You want people to come and try out your liquid. You want people to come and see your devices, things like that. But just sometimes, you're walking through and it's like every 5 minutes, like, oh, come on here, come and try this. You've never tried this liquid before. It's amazing. You've got to try it, and blah blah blah. Sometimes you just want to just have a little stroll. You just want to, especially when you first walk in, you want to just go in and just have a nice little sort of scan about the area, see what's about, see what's interesting you, and stuff like that. I mean, it must work. That's why they do it, but it doesn't normally tend to work for me. I know sort of what I'm looking for. Well, actually, saying that, on the second day, someone from Kilo come up to us and mentioned about their pod system, and I was literally going to be walking past, and then I sort of looked at it and I was like, actually, I'm quite interested in having a look at that. So okay, I'll sort of backtrack on that a little bit. It does work from time to time, but I would like it to be reined in just a little bit, if that's at all possible. Yes, there was a load of decent vendors there. A load of vendors I was surprised that wasn't there as well. But then I found out that Stuttgart was holding their own Vaperexpo, and a lot of the big UK vendors, or the big shop vendors and everything like that, were over at Stuttgart, because that was going to be a massive one as well. So I wonder if this Vaperexpo would have been even bigger if they sort of planned it better with other organisers and stuff around the Europe area, and made sure that you had just Vaperexpo this weekend, and then like the following or 2 weeks later you had like the Stuttgart one or something like that. I'd just be interested to see if next year that you don't get that clash and you get a lot more of like the bigger exhibitors all sort of go into each one instead of just picking one or the other. There was a company, like the first thing I noticed, and that this company just, for me, come out of nowhere. I don't know if any one of my few subs have heard of Frontline before. Well, before the expo anyway, and that if you've been to expo, it's just never ever heard of anything about them. But they had this absolutely ginormous stand. It was huge, and then they had this thing going on. Like I never went in there, but you went into this place like certain times, and I don't know, maybe it was like a laser shooting or something like that. It was like a little ride, basically. I'd imagine. They had their logos on all the lanyards, which I understand is not very cheap at all to have like your logos on there. I think they were sponsored on the front as well. So they must have spent so much money just on this expo alone in marketing and everything like that. It's crazy. And also, yeah, if you did have the VIP, part of the VIP ticket was you got like a goodie bag with things from certain vendors, and that's the reason why I've got this, and this was in the goodie bag. So everyone that was VIP as well would have got 60 mils in a big tin. I mean, this can't be cheap as well, the marketing. So like your tin, you get your bottles, so your 60 mils of bottles, you get a cloth, which that wouldn't have been a lot, and you also get like a tag as well, if that's your bag. So whoever's behind Frontline must have some serious dough. That's all I'm saying. Because I'd imagine even the store was 50k plus to have there at least. So that was a really big sort of noticeable one, as in where you come from, sort of thing. Zeus Juice were there. I've tried Zeus Juice in the past, and I know from working in St Ives, they were massive in St Ives when I was working there. So I had to try some, and it is good liquid. And they've come from sort of a very small company, and they've been working their way up, and they've been doing it over years. And I had heard of them, and I think they are a very big company now. And they had like a really nice big stand and everything like that. I was speaking to one of the sales reps there, so I'm going to be looking at probably stocking some of their liquids, because as I say, I have tried them before, and they've all been really, really nice liquids and stuff, and the guys seem come across really nice as well. So that could be one that I might have behind me at some point, is Zeus Juice. What other things can I think of at the top of my head that not caught my eye on the first day? Well, I was looking for this. So this is the Proton. Yes, I've got my Kylan on there at the moment with my custard, but it does come with the Scion 2 tank as well. That has inside here at the moment is their new mesh coil that they're raving about. Basically talking about it, how it's going to last much longer than regular coils and everything like that. But I was definitely after this device anyway, for sure. Seen a couple of reviews. I think I've seen maybe 3 or 4 reviews, and I haven't seen a negative yet. Everyone seems to love it, and in the 4th day that I've had it, I'm loving it. I really do. It's the right size for me. It's perfect size for me. It's got a really nice screen. It's easy to use. It's like 3 clicks, turns off instantly. 1, 2, 3, turns on instantly. There you go. Hits straight away, which I like. So instant. That was a 2-second pull. With some certain devices and that, you sort of press it, you have to wait for it to pick up, and then it will go. With that, it's like everything that I've put on there has just been like, as soon as you click it, it feels like it's hitting that desired power that you want almost instantly. I'm just really happy with it, and the battery life as well. I mean, when did I put these in? Put these in yesterday afternoon, and I've been like, this is all I've used, and I've still got that much battery left. So battery life as well for me has been really good. Overall, I'm definitely stocking these 100%, and yeah, I'm very happy with these. I like Innokin. I like what Innokin stand for. I like that they don't just pump out loads and loads of devices for the hell of it. They always look like that they take their time in, developing the product and everything like that. And when they do release something, it always seems to come out. It seems like it's done properly. What I will say though, as well, going back to the coil, I don't know. Every now and then I keep on getting almost like a dry hit sensation. It's not like a proper dry hit. I sort of feel like it's getting there. And it happened yesterday morning a couple of times quite quickly. So then I dumped out my liquid. I was like, oh god, the coil's gone already. I opened it up, I looked inside, but it looked completely clear still. I couldn't see any burn mark in there or anything like that. So I mean, I need a bit more time with that, and then maybe once I order some more coils in, put in another coil and then just see how that works, especially with my custard, and other juices like that, and just see if it is what they say it is and it does prolong the life of the coils using that mesh head or not. I'll have to come back and let you know on that. So yeah, the Proton, I went to see ICOS. So the heat not burn, if you don't know, there's been a bit of drama about that recently. I know Vaperexpo did a spread all about ICOS, and ICOS, so if you don't know about that as well, it's heat not burn. So what it does is it heats up tobacco, it doesn't burn it, but it's it is still tobacco, and it comes in like packs. You get like a 20 pack, I think. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but you get like a 20 pack, and it's like real compressed tobacco that's been through like a filter and all that sort of stuff. And I think it's been laced with something else like a PG or something like that. And they the guy was saying as well, they've taken out a lot of the nasties or and stuff like that. You plonk it into the end of the device, and then when you put it on it, it's heating up that tobacco. It's not burning it. You're getting that nicotine and stuff like that way. I mean, I get the drama, just in terms of you've got a big tobacco product at a vape event, and it's tobacco at a vape event. It's not a vaping device. But also on the flip side, just to try and be, looking at both sides here, you have got big tobacco, looking scared, basically, with the vaping industry, knowing that now they have to come out with products that are harm reduction, because that's what vaping's all about. And that's the reason why I got into it, and that's the reason why we're all watching this. We all love vaping now, but the main thing is we're trying to reduce the harm that tobacco's caused us over the years, whilst still keeping like maybe the habit and everything like that, but without like that horrible nasties and things like that. So yeah, I sort of get it on that side as well. It's that's what they're trying to do. They are using it as another form of harm reduction, and not everyone is successful as well on vaping. I've had a few people come in, and I've given what I would class as the right device, the right sort of nicotine strength from what they've told me, the flavour, everything like that. I've given the whole talk of how best to go about it and things like that, and yet they still go back to smoking. So maybe this sort of device might suit them people better. And then once they're on that for a little while, then they might then turn to other alternative, as in vaping, because you're doing that for a little while. You're still buying, tobacco. You're still, it's still got that sort of smell of tobacco. I mean, they're saying in that there's a lot less of the smell and all that sort of stuff, but you're still going to have some of that there. So I'd imagine After a while, once you've reduced some of your harm on that, then it might make the transition into vaping a little bit easier as well, which again is a good thing, and it's a good thing for the industry. It's a good thing for everyone involved. But also, I still get the fact that it's tobacco and they're going to a vape event. And I think someone posted up as well on my Facebook that Evolution Vaping, huge company, they had a big stand, and funny enough, that's where I got this from as well. They had a big stand, and it was like literally next door to ICOS, and apparently they got their they had like a big screen at the top that had Evolution Vaping on it, and it was like a rolling screen. Apparently someone had put on there "fuck ICOS." Like, I don't know. I just see one post on it. I don't know anything else about it. I didn't see it myself, so that could be just someone messing about. It could have actually happened or whatever. Not, but yeah, I just thought I'd mention that in here. Anyone else see it or see any other posts about it? Let me know, because as I say, I just literally see the one post on it. So yeah, that one. What I will say as well, what we found out that day as well. So me and Jake were, walking about quite early, and obviously we set off really early as well in the morning to try and get there at a good time. So we were getting a bit tired, wanted a coffee, wanted to have a sit down and stuff. And then was like, right, okay, well, we paid for the VIP, and the VIP suggested that you had like a VIP lounge area, and you had 15% off your food and drink and stuff like that. So in my head, what I was imagining was you had this section that was away. You had the guy standing there, like, making sure you're VIP. You'd walk in, and you had like, sofas, and had a little bar area where you could go and get something to eat, and you can go and have a sit down away from the rush. And then once you've done that, you could then go back in and have another look around. That's what I thought is what they meant. But what it was the VIP area was literally just like a few stalls in near the entrance. It was empty. There was nothing else there, just a few stalls and a vast emptiness, and that was it. And we asked the bar area, and we asked some of the food areas and that, and they obviously, I had the lanyard on with VIP and that, didn't get any money off of anything or anything like that, so I'm a bit right, sorry about that. Someone was trying to get hold of me for collecting a bin that I didn't need collecting today. But anyway, where was I? VIP. Yeah, so I need to contact Vaperexpo, via email or something, just to, at least even in the description, just so you know that what the VIP area was, which was basically a few stalls, and plus the fact that none of the catering places or anything like that actually give me any money off. Again, if anyone knew any different, if we didn't see the right area, I mean, we looked around and around and around, couldn't see anything. We even asked a couple of officials and stuff like that, but that was a bit disappointing, just in the fact of you paid that bit extra. And it's called VIP. You imagine you're getting that little bit of an extra treatment. Doesn't have to, I'm not expecting, red carpet, and it's like really exclusive or anything, because then you'd be talking like massive bucks. But at least a section, a different area where you've got just a bar with like maybe some sandwich selection or something like that, where it's got a little bit of money off, and you've got plenty of seat in there to be able to sit down, because it's a big old place. And I've got a lot of weight to carry around, so after a while I'm getting tired, and that I just and then it sort of spoils it, because then you're sort of thinking, I just want to sit down, I want to have something to eat and chill out for 5 minutes. Because if you could do that and sit down, say for half an hour or whatever, and that, relax for a little bit, and then when you get up again, you're ready again, you can go and have a look, and you're sort of more motivated to go and check out all the other vendors and stuff. So trying to think anything else stood out first day. I mean, apart from just being absolutely shattered and that, I think, yeah, I mean, we went back to the hotel, got a drink there, and then we was planning on going and meeting quite a few people at the Premier Inn. We was going to start having a few drinks with them because Shane from Big Boy Coils, he knows Vaping with Vic, and Chris from Empire Vape, people like that, and he was saying, they're all going to be at the Premier Inn. I'm going to be having drinks and that, so pop down there if you want to afterwards. I mean, yeah, okay, that sounds quite cool. So by the time, so we got back, we had a drink, and then we went to them. We got there, we were just absolutely shattered, and just, when you just can't be bothered to get into it. I tried. I bought a beer. We sat down outside, and I was like drinking the beer, but that just wasn't going down very well. And I was just like, oh, you know what? And I was like looking at Jake, and I'm like, should we just go back? And luckily he agreed. He wasn't in it as well. And then we got a taxi back. I think I fell asleep for about 10 o'clock, absolutely shattered, and woke up at about 9 probably. I had a full massive sleep. Woke up feeling really refreshed, and we went back in on the Saturday. And yeah, I mean, as you're all aware, the bank holiday weekend was glorious as well, so that made it better as well. Absolutely beautiful weekend weather-wise. And yeah, when we got in there, I mean, we were so much more refreshed because we got up and we were already in Birmingham, and then went in there, and we ended up looking at a lot more different juice companies, trying out a few different things, speaking to a lot more people that day. Just had a lot more about us that day. So when I went to Jam, so I'm going back on myself a little bit here, but when I went to Jam, we only went for the 1 day, and then when I said I was going to do Expo, I was like, right, I'm going to do it properly and go for the 2 days, and I ain't got a rush on the first day, and then we're refreshed and we can do a little bit on the second day. I'm starting to see that maybe next time not rush on the first day, and maybe have like a couple of nights over. So what I'm thinking of is to do it properly, or even better the next time, is maybe having the 2 nights at the hotel, go for a couple of hours on the Friday, knowing full well, I'm going to, not be as up for it because of all the travelling and everything like that. And then having, the proper rest and going in on the next day, and then the next day after that is like when you sort of maybe just go and see maybe 1 or 2 others, and then drive home leisurely on that day. So I think I might try that one. And also take your own pack up. That's what I'm going to do next time. I'm just going to have like a big Tupperware box full of like sandwiches and whatever else, because if I wasn't moaning about how my feet was hurting, I was moaning about the cost of a sandwich. Yes, I know. That's why I've got grey hair. I'm old, all right? I moan a lot now. But that aside, I enjoyed it. Like, I'm making it sound like I didn't enjoy it, but I did. I really did. I had a good time. I met up with Matt and Dan. Dan's got a page called Welcome to the Resistance, and he does little 3D printed squonk boxes and that. And also Matt, who I met at Vape Jam. I met him again at the expo, and he runs like Bruise Brothers Instagram page and Facebook page and stuff. Really cool guy. So yeah, it was me, Dan, and Matt and Jake on the second day. Yeah, and we're just like walking around. Dan, I don't think enjoyed himself too much, because when he turned up on his bike, he decided when he was talking to Matt when he got there, he weren't looking, and he clipped his clamp on his brake for his bike, and he put it the wrong way round. And he couldn't get the key in to unlock it, so he spent half his time trying to figure out how to unlock that thing before he could get home. So don't think he probably had the best of days at an expo. Oh my god, I can't get my words out again. Who else did I see that day that I liked? I say the Kilo e-liquid. I was interested in them. The pod systems were really, really nice. I got to check out the new SL class from from the SX Mini class. What I didn't understand was though that they weren't for sale. I mean, I wasn't going to buy one anyway. I'd already bought my Proton, and I weren't spending any more money. But Dan was a bit interested at one point, but they were just like, "Oh, well, these are not for sale." And it's just like, why come to an event and showcase your new product? At an event where you can buy from pretty much every vendor, you're not letting you buy that product. It's just it's a bit unusual. Just bring enough there to sell some, or even just a few, get them sold, and get the hype going. Basically, you got a few people, they do their hand checks and stuff like that. So I didn't understand it on them, for them on the marketing side of it either. Anything else that stood out? I know I'm going to probably forget a load of things. I'll probably add it in onto another video maybe. Trying to think of anything else on top of my head. Own Boy. We were speaking to these guys, and we were speaking directly to the owner as well of these. Young guy, but he's got a proper business head on. He's making some good liquids. He's got a couple of shops over in Oxford. And he come across genuinely really nice guy. Also the one Endless, so you had Paul Harrison, who runs Endless Mods, and he's got a couple of shops there, Shady Vaping and that in Birmingham. He was also releasing a range called AF. They like a 20ml in a 30ml bottle. So what that means is you can put in like loads of different variants on like your nicotine, your PG, your VG and stuff like that. So you can basically make it a 50-50, you can make it a 70-30, you can make it a 3 or a 6 milligram. There's loads of different variants onto like how to mix it, and it will mix it up to 30 mils. So it's a really versatile juice, and I really like that idea. And it's something I think we're going to see a lot more of in the future. And when I get some in, I'll show you what I mean, and I'll give you like exactly what you would need to put in to make it a certain ratio and everything like that. But I do find them really interesting. And Paul come across really well as well. He seemed like a really sound guy. And I met Vic, I met that Chris, and that they were really cool. I had time to talk to people and stuff like that. And that's about it. That's all I can think of at the moment, at the top of my head. Had a really good time. I will be doing it again, but I will be doing it again, in a better way again next time. I think I need to be going to more and more of these expos, and each one that I go to, I feel like, I will, do them better, because each time you go, oh right, okay, I'll do this time, this differently, I'll do this differently this time. Next time you are going to an expo or anything like that, if you do need any advice or anything like that, you can always contact me, and I'll be happy to help you in any way, just through my experiences of the last couple, and what I did and what I would probably do differently. And also wear comfy shoes. Jake didn't wear comfy shoes, and oh my god, his feet were killing him at the end. I was sensible in that regard. I wore my Nikes, and my feet weren't too bad. But yeah, that's definitely a tip to take. Wear comfy shoes. So I won't go on too much longer in that, because I don't want this to be too long a video. I hope you liked the video and that. If you did, please just give us a like, give us a subscribe or anything. Anything extra, and that is really, really helping me. I am trying to bring out as much content as I can that that I find interesting. So and thank you again, and I will thank everyone each time. To everyone that does subscribe. Cool, man. Until next time. Bye bye.